Hello everybody, my name is Zero. I'm going to show you real quick how to use the parent constraints instead of the fixed joints for the new Unity update 2018. The fixed joints are getting replaced with parent constraints. These are a lot better to use, they're more optimized, they work a lot better, they're easy to use and really hard to mess up. So we should use these from now on, and I will show you some reason why. First reason is if you're in game and if you have world particles like this, if you move your head around, they kind of move to left and right, or they lag behind you, right? Like they're not perfectly attached, always like a little bit weird. They did work, but it wasn't perfect. Some people used like some weird checkboxes to try to fix it, but it never really worked out perfectly. So now we have a new component that comes with the new version. You don't have to install anything. It's all integrated into a new version. The only thing you need is the new Unity version. To the upper left corner, you can see this is the version we are using from now on. This is the one VRChat supports officially. And yeah, so the other thing that is also better on the fixed joint is on the constraints, is that it doesn't use rigid body. So normally you have a rigid body in your wrist and you have here a rigid body in a fixed joint, right? That is not really a good way to use it, because if you go to my avatar stats real quick on this one, for example, we can see the physic rigid bodies are 3 out of 8. So you can never get a green rigid body if you have any kind of fixed joint, because it instantly goes to yellow. It means we also don't render physics. It's just better in every single way. So I'm going to show how it's done real quick. So I'm going to show how to fix one that already has a fixed joint, and how to do it from scratch. It doesn't really matter. It's really simple. You will see. So first thing we do, if you want to fix one up, we go to the right wrist and just remove it, the rigid body here, and to the fixed right, which is my fixed joint, and I'm going to remove the fixed joint as well as the rigid bodies. So now we don't have any physics objects, which is a lot better. The only thing you have to do, the setup is the same thing. You just go here and you click parent constraint. And you just type in constraint. Const. Here. You can see these. These all come with Unity, right? So you use the parent constraint here. And you have a lot of settings. This might be a little bit confusing when it's actually so simple. I'm just going to go over it. Is active. If this is enabled, then it's gonna the parent constraint will use its thing. If you like let go of it, it's whatever. It's attached to whatever object it was originally. The weight is how perfect it should follow. If you want to move it down, for example, to smooth some stuff up, it's something specific. If you don't matter about it too much, just put on 1. The constraint settings up here, this saves the position. We'll see this in a moment, and then you can freeze rotations if you like. If you want some things not to be synchronized, you can uncheck these, but we want everything. So the easiest thing is just press plus here real quick, and you go and move your right wrist into here, like that. And then it automatically saved everything up for you. You click lock, so now the position is fixed, and we go as active. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Now it works perfectly fine. I'm gonna show you real quick for a fact that it worked, because these are like animations. So I have idle particles here. I'm gonna show you how simple it is to actually to use these parent constraints. Okay. Sorry, I had it set up before. Here. Okay. So we have it. So you don't actually, the fixed joint, also another problem was that you have to perfectly get the position of your wrist. You don't need to do that anymore. You just go to your particle system. In this case, it's like this world particle thing here. In this case, I just wanted to attach this, right? I go add component, parent constraint, and then I want to attach it to the wrist, right? So same thing as always, as before. You go to sources, add one, I drag it in here, and I go is active, and I'm gonna click lock. So if I locked it, you can see my wrist here. Oh, that's a little bit stupid here. See, is attached to these particles wherever they are. It doesn't matter. You don't need to zero out anything like before. And if I try to move these, you can see the jitter, but they always hop back. See, like I can try to move them around, but it doesn't really work. But okay, it's okay, I want it to be perfect on Aristo. Cool thing, we have something called the 0 button here. If you click it, it zeroes out all these values for you automatically, and now it's perfectly in Arist. And you say, okay, maybe I don't want it like on the back on Arist, I want it like on my hand. It's just pretty simple. You unlock it again, move it forward, and you lock it. And that's about it. Now they are perfectly attached. I will show you in game in a second. They work perfectly fine. It's easy to use and hard to fuck up. They will perfectly follow everything now, and that's kind of it. Right, so I'm gonna go in game real quick. I'm gonna load in that avatar. I already uploaded it with the constraints enabled. So if I'm gonna go to, you see my wrist particles. I'm gonna grab an object real quick. You see these wrist particles? They're perfectly following me without any problem, as you can see here. And my other animations that I use, for example, this fishing rod, like this, you can see at the top of, I'm sorry on a desktop right now, it's just a little bit easier to show. You can see it doesn't move back and forward or anything. So even these particles here, the world particles, no problem whatsoever. And just to show you that it really is that upload that already has it, I'm gonna go to the stats, all the way down, and as you can see, physics, rigid bodies, 0. So that's about it. I hope it's not too long of a tutorial, 6 minutes, fine. If other people have questions, let me know. In the description you can see my Discord, or you can like DM, or you can comment. I'm gonna try to answer some questions if there are some. Other than that, share it around to spread the word about the new component, because it's a lot better, works pretty simple. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone.